Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. Please subscribe and join the big happy family. And if you are a returning subscriber, you're part of the family. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back once again. So as usual, my disclaimer, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out anybody that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So today's video is something that happened between a palm-colored woman and a group of black women who I believe are students at Illinois. So it happened on Halloween day as well at the white woman's shop, and it's been everywhere. It's been on the news as well. People have also been protesting. I'm just going to go right ahead and play some of the videos.
So this is a follow-up on a video coming out of Macon, Illinois, where Celine Cross called a group of black students the N-word. Now I'm going to show you the first video in which this occurs, and then I'm going to show you her response to that video and the protests that happened at her establishment over the weekend.
Really? Is that why I have a 27-foot quote by Malcolm X on the side of my wall? Oh, you are. No, because you're asking.
Oh, and I got that on camera.
Get the fuck off. Get the fuck out of my store.
What did you just call me?
Lissa, call the police.
Please.
I think you're acting like because you
Get your finger out my face. Because if I
get out,
if I smack your ass, then what?
Can you call the police? Can you call the police?
She did.
Can you call the police? Am I tweaking?
So Celine responded after a protest took place at her place of business, which stay tuned to the end, and we're going to give you some information about that place of business. And instead of doing the usual November 1st white person tour of apology, she doubled down. Let's take a look.
Says the aftermath of the video isn't just affecting her business, but her personally.
I have received a death threat. I have done nothing wrong. I have broken no laws.
Cross says she did not use the N-word she's been accused of saying in that video. But she says if she did, that shouldn't affect how she's treated by her community.
It is not an asterisk on the First Amendment to say that one color person can say this particular word and another color person can't say this particular word, which I have been told multiple times. A particular color of person that I can't say the word because of the color of my skin. In fact, that would be racist and makes them racist, not me.
So does anybody have any actual doubt that she used the word? Of course we don't. But I'm going to leave this right here. Do with it as you please. Let's show her how we really feel.
So now we don't really know what happened from start to finish, but from what we could see in those videos, there was an altercation between the black women and the palm-colored woman, right? And the palm-colored woman was caught on camera using the N-word on the black women, I think once or twice, I think. And from what I gathered, the police was called, and she kind of also got into an altercation with the police, or she resisted arrest, or she pushed the police allegedly, and then she was charged for that. But she wasn't charged with any form of misconduct or anything basically that she did to the black people, and especially not using the racial slur against them. Like, there was no repercussion for that, and people are not happy.
She didn't get charged for disrespecting those girls neither. She didn't get no disorderly conduct, no nothing. But she got charged for hitting the police officer. Let's take a look at it. So right here you can see that it says police said she pushed an officer and was charged with resisting and obstructing an officer. Others have been quick to condemn Cross in comments. Right, I can't really see the rest of everything, but that's basically the only thing that she got charged with. Like, that's insane. So not only, and also, I think this guy right here was talking to her as well. There's a lot of people that's reaching out to her and talking to her. Like, you know what I mean? Asking and trying to see if she wants to try to redeem herself and apologize the right way. and she don't want to do it because she's saying that she's the victim. When anybody that saw that video, you could clearly see that there was an argument that happened, right? And yeah, the girls might have been out of line too, but that don't mean that you use the N-word.
So I think there was even a protest done by the students.
Western Illinois University students. We first told you about a video this weekend that showed the owner of Spirit in the Sky using a racial slur in front of customers. WGEM's Shakayla McCamick was in Macomb tonight, where dozens gathered at WIU's Multicultural Center to walk to that small business on Jackson Street.
Dignity! Justice!
College students, parents, and Macomb residents gathered to protest a local business after the owner was seen on camera using a racial slur toward people of color. Cheyenne Henderson, a senior at WIU, says she was there the night of the filmed incident.
There should be no reason that anybody should be treated like this, but also, like, Macomb, are you guys allowing this? Like, are you guys allowing people, your residents of your city, to be treated this way?
WIU junior Angelique Kraft was also in the shop that night.
Like a boycott. You know, nobody's shopping here anymore. I want her business completely shut down.
The Macomb Chamber of Commerce issued a statement saying Spirit in the Sky is not a chamber member. Henderson says while the chamber can't close the store, she and other demonstrators will no longer shop there.
You can't make money if you don't have business. So that actually makes me feel happy that, like, we were able to gather together and, like, come as one.
Spirit in the Sky owner Celine Cross says business around Halloween time is her peak busy season.
Before the internet, I was like 50 people in here at a time, and I would have 2 registers going. Since the internet, it's gone down, but the last 2 years Amazon prices have gone up, so I have been busier.
But this year, with Halloween falling just days after that video emerged, business has been slower.
There's other factors, but I've been told that Walmart doesn't have any costumes, so if people needed costumes for tomorrow, I would be not swamped today, but I'd be busier than having 5 customers, I'm pretty sure.
Cross says the aftermath of the video isn't just affecting her business, but her personally.
I have received a death threat. I have done nothing wrong. I have broken no laws.
Cross says she did not use the N-word she's been accused of saying in that video. But she says if she did, that shouldn't affect how she's treated by her community.
It is not an asterisk on the First Amendment to say that one color person can say this particular word and another color person can't say this particular word, which I have been told multiple times. A particular color of person that I can't say the word because of the color of my skin. In fact, that would be racist and makes them racist, not me.
Shakayla McCamick, WGEM News, Macomb.
And Macomb Mayor Michael Inman says the business is not registered with the city and is protected by freedom of speech, and no laws were broken, so there is no legal action.
At this point, I'm just going to go right ahead and play more of the videos and some of the commentary about the whole situation.
I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and stop scrolling, because boy, do I have an update for y'all. Do y'all remember Celine Cross, aka Voldemort, who worked at Spirit in the Sky, who was loosely using the N-word towards black people? Now, in regards to the situation, many people thought that the person that you see behind Celine Cross, aka Voldemort, was her daughter, which we come to find out that it's not. It's just an employee. And boy, is she willing to spill the tea. Now, if y'all thought y'all had heard it all about Voldemort, you got another thing coming. I want y'all to take a listen on all the tea that's being spilled from her now former employee.
I was working there since like the end of September, and she would say things like death to all JEWS's, and that black people were the N-word, and that they would all steal from her, and that they were disrespectful and stupid and undereducated, and a bunch of other things, and that all gay people are pedophiles, and that they don't deserve to adopt children because they're grooming them, and that all plus-size people are disgusting, that they should cover up.
Now, this now former employee went on to say that they stayed at the establishment only to provide a safe space for the customers, those of which included black people or those of the LGBT community. Some were her close friends, and she wanted to be there so that they had someone to go to instead of having to deal with Voldemort on a regular basis. But seeing as she made this big sacrifice, it makes you wonder, what was her personal experience like? Let's take a listen.
My personal experience as an employee was horrific as well. she would constantly scream at me for no reason, or she would go off on me for things that, like, I would do the cash register a certain way, and like the way that she told me, and then she would say that I was doing it wrong and scream at me in front of customers. But then, like, later on, she'll be like, oh, you were doing it right, I'm so sorry, and things like that. She would tell me to do things, and she just sat there the entire time on her phone or whatever, and just sat there and was reading things out loud about like propaganda and whatever the crap she usually talks about, like the Holocaust never happened and things like that. But she would give me like 5 things to do at once, and they were like big things. They weren't just like small things. Like, she would mess up the entire racks like everywhere and then make me fix them and said, oh my God, this is a mess. How did you let it get like this? But she just messed it up after I fixed it. And then she'd be like, she would tell me to do something. She'd be like, okay, do it now. And she would tap on things aggressively and get in my face and scream at me. And like I said, if it wasn't for needing the money and wanting to protect the customers, I would not have worked there for as long as I did.
And if y'all thought that was the worst of her experience, take a listen to this.
She says that I am neglectful and abusive towards my children for having them vaccinated. I'm vaccinated, my kids are vaccinated, and not just the COVID vaccine. So she would get really angry at me about that. And she would say that I needed to detox. So I would have to bring cups in that I knew she couldn't get into easily, or bring them around with me, because she was putting something in my drink, and I tasted it a few times, and then I opened my cup and there would be like powder and stuff in there, and I would be like, what is this? And she would full on tell me what it was. And I can't remember what it was right now, but you know, that's just beside the point. Like, she was drugging me. Basically.
Did I just hear what I thought I heard? Did I hear that correctly?
You know, that's just beside the point. Like, she was drugging me, basically.
First off, my heart goes out to this employee and other employees who are working in the same, if not similar, environments and feel that they have to undergo this type of treatment just to make ends meet to provide for their families. Next off, to Voldemort. Oh, nah, front and center. You thought it was over? Nah. Hey, listen, nah, we gotta figure this one out. Cause she was doing what to her employees? Before I go, I just want to say there's no amount of money that is worth staying and working in these conditions or in this type of environment. And if somebody could help me find this former employee, because Voldemort was refusing to give her the $300 that she owes her, along with other items that were belonging to her children. So if y'all could do me that solid. Till next time, I ask that you take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And as always, I'm sending peace to you.
So two or three girls, 4, 5, 6 girls went into a costume shop for Halloween. They came into this lady right here, man, the blonde, everything like that. As you seen in the video, this is a summary of what went down. They went in there, something happened, man. As you seen in the video, the lady was like, well, I got a such and such size quota, Malcolm X. And one of the girls in the crew was like, quote this D. Now, I'm not saying the Caucasian lady was right for saying what she said, but just listen to it. Just take all the emotions out of it. Now imagine, you up there saying, man, look, hey, I got a quote of Malcolm X, you know, in my shop, I'm not right. And then somebody like cut you off and be like, quote this D. How would you really feel? Now, people like this really be saying stuff they really don't feel, but they don't have nothing else to say, so they say it out of anger. Like, later in the video, you will see what I'm talking about and why I said that. Like, at some point in the video, the girl daughter, it looked like it was her daughter, that, you know what I'm saying, that was telling her like, hey, chill out, mom, just sit down, chill out, because she looked like her and you could tell she was mixed. So it's a lot of people out here that they're not racist, but they just be saying the wrong stuff at the wrong time and they don't be knowing what else to say, so they use that word because they know that is a trigger. And you can see one of the girls in the crew was like, I'll say it again. I got it on camera. I got it on camera. What you call me? You know exactly what she called you. And if you was really about that, she wouldn't have been able to continue this rant that she went on that caused y'all to cause all this stuff in her place. Because let's lay some of the blame on both parties, right? You know, y'all triggered her, you know what I'm saying? She said what she said, y'all went into her shop, you know, y'all I don't know what was going on, but hey man, tell me what y'all think of this video, man. I know old girl was wrong, she shouldn't have said that word, but look, did the black girls play some wrong too? Honestly, because she was like, I gotta quote Malcolm, man. Quote this dick. No caps on TV, man. I'm out. Let me know.
This European white woman business owner called a group of black young ladies the N-word. Now, the purpose of my video is to address the N-word. Most people, most white Europeans think that they are immune because of the Fifth Amendment right, which is freedom of speech. But see me and come live with me is two different things. In my book and in my opinion, the N-word should be struck from the dictionary and no one should be allowed to use it, especially white people. It's a hate crime in my opinion, a hate word, a word of hate, a word of derogatory meaning. When you call someone the N-word, it does not come from a good place. And Miss Celine, you are a human being. You are a European white woman. You do not have the right to say that word, to call anyone that word, regardless of your Fifth Amendment right. You fuck around and you are finding out. I feel pity for you, ma'am, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Such a grown woman acting so illiterate and so unjust and unfair. Regardless, if they make you upset or you think they disrespected you, that doesn't give you the right to call someone the N-word. You know what? I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and coming to America was a big culture shock to me. The word bitch is a word that I do not like. It's a female dog, and when you refer to a woman as a bitch, it is a disrespect that is lower than the white line on the road. And I was highly offended when anybody, and still are offended when anybody calls me a bitch, whether they mean it in a good way or a bad way. Now I learned that in this country, America, bitch have two meanings. You could say it in a way that it is complimenting or complimentful, and you could say it in a way that it is disrespecting and demeaning. And it's the same thing for the word, the N-word. But I refuse to say it. I will not have my children say it. As for me and my household, that word does not exist. And it should not exist in your vocabulary, any European vocabulary, period. So you guys, continue saying it and see what happens. Best of luck to you. Ciao.
So just when some people might have been wondering, is the woman really raped to the cyst, or did it just happen in the heat of the moment? She got exposed by her employee. So one thing I've come to realize is that a lot of palm color people that have these bigoted views, anti-black views, usually have other bigoted views as well. So if they are anti-black, chances are they are also homophobic. There are also other kinds of bigotry that they have as well. So that is the case with this woman. And of all the commentary that I saw on this video, it was this particular commentary that had me like raise my eyebrow, because now that man is saying that it is not every palm color person that gets caught using the N-word that is raped to the cyst. And that's my first time hearing that kind of thing, because I'm like, oh, he's trying to say that the person might not be raped to the cyst, but when they are in an altercation with a black person, it might get so serious, or they could actually get ticked off that they lose their composure or self-control, and they want to hurt the black person in return. and the word just slips out because they know that that is definitely going to hurt the black person. So they are not necessarily saying it because they are ready to desist, but they are saying it just as a form of retaliation to hurt the black person's feelings. And I'm wondering, I've never seen anybody try to rationalize a palm color person using the N word before. Like, do you guys think this is real? You guys think what he's saying makes sense? Because I'm trying to understand, like, how. And another question that I have when it comes to palm color people using the N word on black people in altercations and all of that is that usually when these altercations happen and a palm color person says the N word, do we automatically have to also judge from both sides? Like, is it justifiable in certain situations? Could a black person have acted so badly that it would justify why a palm color person should use the N word on a black person? Or do we still have to, regardless of a racial slur being used, still hold the black person accountable for what they might have done to trigger the person? Or does the palm color person using the N word automatically absolve the black person of any wrongdoing that they might have done to trigger the whole situation escalating to that point? I want to know what you guys think about it. So you guys, please just leave your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.